Oh, hey friends. Welcome to my second Fodder School YouTube hop. This is my second year. I would love to show you some of the things we're making. I'm so grateful for this opportunity. And so if you wouldn't mind, please hit subscribe and like. So fodder is all kinds of handmade papers or things that you have on hand or things that you reinvent, from wrappings to bags to receipts to tissues and on and on. Just super fun ways to make all kinds of new things out of old things. These are little kids' board books recreated. Super fun. That was Drew Steinbrecker's class where we took those cute little different sized and shaped board books and remade them so they could be a gift card, a little album, anything you want. You could rewrite a children's book or your own book. So you can find those in a few pages or many pages at thrift shops or steal them from your grandchildren. Just kidding. But they're quite fun. Kids would probably love making these too, but they'll need to join Fodder School with you. So lots and lots of stamping, staining, dripping, messes, glue, all kinds of fun ways to make your fodder. These pieces are from Liz Constable's class, where we reinvented all kinds of papers, photos, postcards, hardware, some of the most unusual things you would ever dream of, turned into super fun clusters. And also we made an imperfect portfolio. And it's just a fun place to store all of your fodder or showcase it or use it for a journal or a scrapbook. But it was quite fun, and I loved the end result. So there are clusters and tuck points and all kinds of fun and mystery. We used lots of unusual tools, liquids, papers. So here's a little flip through of the actual imperfect portfolio. So you can probably tell we used a lot of cardboard. That was really fun. Postcards, game pieces or game cards. Transformed those, made them look older. Old photos or new photos, you can make them look old. And then the pile just continues to grow. The fodder just keeps growing. It multiplies like rabbits. The more you use, the more you have somehow. So we will have a lifetime supply of amazing fodder and collage and clusters and even washers, which can be made into closures or jewelry. And so here is the actual portfolio, showing all the sneaky little places to put things, hide things, keep things, save. You could fill this with supplies and give it as a gift. The sky is the limit, as always, for all of these fun projects. You can use envelopes, tissues, gift wrap, and transform them into the most amazing works of art. If you don't love grunge, this whole piece could be made very neutral and just shabby chic, or pastels or super bright colors. It can be made any way you like it. So don't miss out on joining Fodder School 1 and 2. This is the second year, and I highly recommend Liz Constable's fun newsletter. And Instagram, all of these artists, they all have Instagram, and they're very fun. Now we move on to Rebecca Sauer's collage art, and we made a series of collage art. I made 3, and I love them, and I will be making more. And again, we learned about mixing paint, palettes, and then making all kinds of incredible art papers to combine and contrast into art. So we have a lot of papers left to make into small mini collages. You can make little abstracts. You can combine them with contrasting paintings that you've made. You could cut them into strips, into grids. You could use them for artist trading cards to start with. And now we're moving into Jane Chip's altered photos and altered ancestors. And I wanted to show you my ancestors. This is the Hickenbottom family, the infamous Hickenbottoms. These two are Madeline and Gracie, sisters. And I think you can tell right away what their personalities were like. It's quite the dry-humored family, and I think you had to survive. So here's the advice from the younger sister about the grouchy older sister. They're just an advice-filled family for how to survive each other. And here we have some old maiden aunts and uncles, Archibald, Bertie, Scout, and Boo, the little guy's name. And they just wanted everyone to think that they were just a nice, usual, friendly family, but history tells a different story. Now this is Clyde and Bonnie, and that's not a weapon, it's a fiddle. And she often wondered if her fairy godmother stepped out for a smoke. She was a little exasperated. Now these sisters are Madeline and Gracie, and they were the belles of the ball at the farm barn dances. And they just thought that they were dressed to the nines. So here's a group of young nieces, yes, and there was always this strange person lurking about and photobombing and just showing up for an alibi because of other stuff that was going on around the neighborhood. This is Bitsy and Scout, and she swore she would never fall for him. But she didn't fight very hard and ended up with him happily, gave him a great rating as a husband. And here we have Scout and Boo. And they were a troublesome duo, the children of the couple on the previous page. And she ended up becoming friends with Gertie, and they got in a lot of trouble together, but they stayed true and helped each other out. So there's a little bit of history. The family history of the infamous Hickenbottoms. They were a trouble-twisted bunch, but we loved them. And actually, I'm just kidding, I don't know any of them. But it was fun to pretend and fun to alter photos and make this album, which is not exactly how it was supposed to be made, but I'm not very good at following directions or recipes or rules, and I think it's best we make them all our own anyway, right? So thank you for joining me, and please subscribe and be looking forward to a lot more fun uses of fodder.